My name is Melissa Brandel, and I'm the Precinct Coordinator for Anderson County, and today we're going to talk about the audit on election night, the election accountability. So this is the checklist that we have to go by when you come back to Election Central after the polls close. We have to start an audit as soon as you come back. We have to count everything that you bring back as far as your memory sticks. We have to make sure that your ballot box is accounted for, your transfer case, so on and so forth. On election night, the equipment that you're going to return is going to be your DS200 memory stick and your lanyard pouch with keys. So this is the lanyard that's going to have your precinct card on the front of it, and in your pouch is going to be where your DS200 stick is. Your Express Vote memory sticks is going to be inside of your flashcard bag. And all of these things need to be returned inside of your seals envelope. So this is your flashcard bag that's going to have your Express Vote memory sticks inside of them. Just be sure that you place the cap on the memory stick before you put it in your flashcard bag. Your blue ballot bin, that needs to be locked and sealed because that is going to have your voted ballots from Election Day in there. Your yellow transfer case, that is going to have all of your provisional ballots that were voted and any unvoted paper ballots, so that needs to be sealed when it comes back to Election Central as well. Your red supply bag containing all of the equipment that was picked up at clerk pickup and your electronic poll books. Okay, so this is that seals envelope that I was just talking about. This is what that's going to look like. This is going to have your flashcard pouch inside of it, and it's also going to have your lanyard with your DS200 memory stick in there. It's going to have your seals log of the seals that you used, and it's also going to have copies of your zero tape and totals tape that you print off from your scanner on election morning and election night. This is your Oaths and Forms booklet. This is something that kind of helps you go throughout the day. It's got checklists inside of it. It has your ballot reconciliation form, your pay voucher, and your accessibility compliance form. So we're just going to walk through that. The first thing that you'll come to is your oath. So the first thing on election morning before the polls open, the clerk is going to kind of gather everybody around in a circle. The clerk is going to read the oath and you're going to repeat after the clerk. And you have to sign before the polls open at 7 a.m. This is your ballot reconciliation. This is how you do an audit of your polling place after the polls close on election night. It's very simple. You just put in the numbers. The ballot scanned, that is the number from your DS200. You're also going to put in the ballots not scanned. So if for some reason you had a ballot that just would not get read through your scanner, you put that number in. Your provisional ballot. So if somebody had to vote a provisional ballot due to a fail-safe, an address issue, or a photo ID issue, you would count how many of those it's inside of your yellow transfer case at the end of the night. And any spoiled ballots. So if a voter changed their mind after they voted on the machine, if they come up and say, I changed my mind, I didn't mean to vote for this person, you can spoil that ballot for them and issue them another ballot card. So you would put how many of those that you had, and you would add those up. Now you also count how many of the hand-marked paper ballots that you had that were not used. And then the number of signatures on your poll list, you would put that number in, and after you do all your math, then it should equal to the number of signatures that you have on your poll list. And this is the polling place opening and closing checklist. These are checklists that you need to go by on election morning. It has to be done before the polls open at 7 a.m. And then your closing checklist is what's done after the polls close at 7 p.m. that evening. You do have to sign both of them. Please make sure that you sign your pay voucher. If you don't sign your pay voucher, then you will not be issued a check. If you did work and then you call a few weeks after the election saying, I never got paid, well then we have to go back and say you didn't sign the pay voucher. So we have to verify with your clerk that you did work, and this is going to delay getting you paid. So please make sure that you sign your pay voucher. And this is the ADA compliance form. We have to make sure that all of our polling places are ADA compliant. So these are just remedies that we put into place to make sure that it is compliant. This has to be done by 7 a.m. on election morning when the polls open. Be sure that you take pictures of what you have set out, and they have to be sent to me before the polls open at 7 a.m. on election morning. Okay, so that's all we have for that today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.